Hello, it's me. How's it going? It's been a while, hasn't it? I won't be turning up the light today. Um, yeah. Mm. I'm literally doing what the helpline person told me to do. Do a welcome to my mental breakdown podcast. Only that I've already had a mental breakdown before pressing play, so you missed that part. Yeah, this without context, if it's recommended to anyone who doesn't know that this is a vlog, random things type deal of a channel, will know that I've been looking for a job for a while, and I was in a very bad place for about, I mean, the summer and stuff, the hot season usually gets me down pretty badly, and it got so bad that I was basically not even leaving the house, aside from going to the yard. Literally the bare minimum of touching grass, as people like to say, without actually having like touched real grass, like wild grass. And I got a teaching job because I have plenty education. The only problem is that I never actually taught in a classroom with so many kids. And to top it off, aside from that inexperience, they gave me I'm replacing, like, the famous sub. I hope that this doesn't trigger the button that says that. But I have more education than most of those teachers, and I was hired randomly after waiting for ages for anything at all. And these kids, they didn't have English classes for, I think, 2 months or so, basically almost since the beginning of the school year, because they had one teacher at first, and then that one was replaced by another one, and then the second one was replaced by me. And when I got there, basically there was plenty. There was a ton of things that hadn't been done and had been piling up. So I had to do all of that. And I didn't know the rules. And nobody was telling me what to do. I think they just assumed that I would know because I'd done some sort of internship, but that's not my that's not the way I yeah, the words are just not coming out in any way. That's not the way I was. My let's call it degrees. Yeah, degrees. That's not what I aimed for. I wanted translation, which was what I was doing, but since that fell flat because I was screwed over, I'd been waiting for something like this while still keeping the PhD up, and I took this opportunity even though I've been locked up at home for a while, aside from the go outside and touch grass trips. What's this? I do have something hot to drink, yeah. It's tea. Because it's 7 p.m. And it's been around 2 weeks. Last week was the first proper full week. I haven't gotten paid yet, which is awesome. Like, especially because the school is not even that close. So I have been waking up at 6 a.m. every single day. Sometimes earlier, and not sleeping very well. And they gave me a home room class, which, you know, belonged to the first teacher and then the other one. And now I just took over and the kids are rowdy. We're talking about tweens. And the thing that's been bothering me the most, is not the kids, is the way the school is run. And if they find this, honestly, I don't really care, because they are already preparing to receive a committee to inspect the school and the quality of the institution. So they will probably be hounding everyone about this. I meant to only sub for like a month or so. I don't really know. But I thought that the kids would give me a hard time. But I mean, I do like to work with children. I have been a tutor and I've taught, but it was mostly online, and it didn't last very long because it was like right at the beginning of the pandemic and the lockdown and all that. So most of it was done online, and I never had to homeroom class of rowdy kids. Who are experiencing a lot of instability, and the thing that bothers me is really how the way things are run in general, because we're supposed to not feel any empathy, not to care. It's supposed to be discipline, be strict, be firm, be this, be that, and then they get surprised that the kids act up. So what is it then? Am I the one without the specialized education? Or am I wanting to do the right thing and they don't want that? Because, okay, there are too many kids. We can't help with everything. But when there are serious cases, which is unfortunately what I've been dealing with, because a lot of these kids in this class, especially, I was given one of the most problematic, let's put it like that, problematic classes in terms of behavioral issues, and some of these kids are neurodivergent. And the way these teachers talk about neurodivergency is really disheartening, to the point where on Friday I was sat there waiting for the computers to work, because the computers there suck, and I was waiting there and they were talking behind me about, not to me or about me, but they were talking about some kids, and they were just dismissing these kids because one of them was autistic and the other one was had ADHD. They were talking about them like they were lost causes. And there are several kids in the class that is my homeroom class, and the other three classes that I was given, that they have ADHD. Like me. So, can I be blamed for having trauma and empathizing with the children and wanting to help them? Can I be blamed for wanting to be a positive influence when I see that they don't really have that? That when I pull them aside and speak to them in this tone of voice, they shut down a little bit, they recoil a little bit, and they start speaking very quietly and tell me what they're feeling. Am I supposed to just ignore that? Am I supposed to just think that they're lost causes? Am I supposed to do to them what was done to me? when my mind built me in a way that wants to fix everything because I can't fix myself and feel broken. And hearing things like this, yeah, maybe you'll get a bit of the breakdown. I'm so sorry. Am I supposed to just let it slide? Am I supposed to not care when a parent contacts me worried about their kid and I feel the energy in the message and know that the kid will have a hard time at home? Am I supposed to just feel nothing? Am I supposed not to just not care, not see them as people who are developing, who are children? Like one of the descriptions of one 10-year-old child was that this child was very childish. I don't think you can make this up. How can you say that a 10-year-old is very childish? That's a child. The child is meant to be childish. It's a child. Are we in the 1800s again? Is that what this is? And then another mother, a concerned mother, said that the kid had received some concerning messages with personal information threatening, and it was from an unknown number, and then I'm told that we're not supposed to do anything about that. That the school doesn't do anything about that, and that teachers are not supposed to do anything about things like that, or even do things over weekends. And I just it's probably the autism, I guess. My sense of justice is tells me that it's not right. It's not right. That if the parents, something that these days is very rare, are concerned, I think that the teachers, as poorly paid and whatever the hell they're feeling, or I don't know, yeah, it's an ungrateful profession for sure. I mean, I understand that, but in serious situations like this, and another kid was suffering bullying in silence, and then I contacted the mother contacted me, and then I contacted the mother, and this was on the first day basically. The kid was who was usually very joyful and upbeat, I guess you can say that, told the parents that she wasn't feeling welcome at school and that things would be better without her. Basically, yeah, you know what that means. So, and that meeting with this mother and this father, the both parents were there. Um, they'd already taken the child to the child psychiatrist, and I hadn't met the homeroom class yet when that happened. So yeah, it was really, if anyone watching this for whatever reason has ever played Breath of the Wild, it's basically if you start the game and you go straight to the final boss holding a stick. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I felt, basically, and how I've been feeling. That I've been trying to beat the final boss with a stick. Because they didn't even give me the description of the other classes. I just have the description of 2 of them. And it's all so detached and so out of touch that I think that a teacher who has ADHD and a somewhat functional level of autism understands and has more empathy for these kids, especially one who unfortunately didn't have access to a lot of therapy, like continuous. I mean, I did have it and I did get my diagnosis, but that was back in England. When I moved, that was rendered useless because, yeah, that's how it works. And I've been trying to get another one for ages, and I just met a bunch of monkey doctors, as I call them. And I've spoken about this on here, I think. Maybe the phone shrink was right, and I should start vlogging every single goddamn day. Because I feel like the kids, basically. I feel like the kids. When I'm there, I feel like the kids, and ADHD brain. Yeah, the teachers were there, talking about these neurodivergent kids like they were lost causes and stuff, and that really triggered me, because I was right there, and it was, yeah, basically confirming what I already thought, that people like us are seen as lost causes. So forgive me for being on the side of the kids, I guess, and wanting to help them, and wanting to be supportive and show them that some people actually do care. Even if that stems from seeing it from this angle. and seeing myself in them. I already said that I do have this intense need to fix everything and want to solve everything. And hearing that stuff, when they were speaking like that, it triggered me to the point of regressing again. And for a moment there, I just disassociated completely. It was a day. There were the staff, the non-teaching staff, were on strike, so there were no classes, but the teachers had to be there anyway. So I took the chance to just get some stuff done and take care of all the piled up bureaucracy, and also just create the classroom pages on the app so that I could send the kids that would be left behind because of the strike, since they only have 2 classes per week. So I needed to do that. It was was probably not very nice. I mean, I will get there on Monday. I am pushing forward, and I'm doing it for them. I'm doing it for them, and I'm doing it for my mom and for my brother. My mom has been taking me to the train station every day at near 7 a.m. because I have to get on a train at 7:11 to 7:11, not the shop. 7:11 a.m. I think I can do this. And I will deploy my old defense mechanism, which is being fueled by rage. The rage of being misunderstood. And even if I'm just there for maybe a month, because they probably don't want a noob, someone who is essentially a noob, to be there with them when the suits come in to inspect the quality of the school. And I don't even dress like the other teachers because I don't feel comfortable. I already feel dysphoric enough. So I just dress normally, which is professional enough. I'm covered from head to toe, so I'm just dressing casually and comfortably. Yeah. It looks a bit like a queer biker pilot jet. One of the kids actually looked at me and said that I like I was an actor, and then I asked which one, and the kid said the mother from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, aka Helena Bonham Carter, and I'm so sorry. Because, I mean, do I really? I don't think so. Like, where's the goddamn the light? I really don't want bright lights on my face, but because it looks like hell. Do I? No. Ah, maybe a little. Maybe I see the vision. Maybe with a bit of lipstick or whatever. Um, that was a funny one, and I was reading the descriptions of these kids, and it was just jarring. The discrepancies between what I observed from my interaction with them and what was written there. They're good kids. They are. And it's disheartening to see that everyone is just so jaded that they see them as lost causes and report every little thing that they do and say that a 10-year-old is childish. Man, because I am teaching one Portuguese class, which, yeah, I don't have that kind of education. Oh God, what's happening? But I speak the language, so I'm qualified as a native speaker, the same way that I did in the United Kingdom. As a native speaker, you're always qualified to teach. That's essentially what made them hire me, I suppose. I guess they just needed someone to be there at the end of the year, and this is where I come in. But I feel while I got here in the middle of the chase of the film, like the film was already running and the chase was already happening. There was already a bloodbath and stuff. And I lost a lot of lore. I think I'm pretty much caught up. Because despite my extreme anxiety issues and the ASD and ADHD combo with the complex trauma stuff, yeah, I think that's my informal education. Because while I may not know the ins and outs of the rules, which in a week teaching and stuff, trying to learn, yeah, that's not supposed to happen, right? And I spoke to some of the teachers. Some of them are old enough to be my parents, some of them are old enough to be my grandparents. it's really insane the whole thing is just insane. This is less coherent than usual. But maybe I really do need to vlog every single fucking day. Maybe this is what I need. Because it's not a crash out or whatever the hell some of those easy targets that commenters like to bash. Do, and it will never be that. That's why I said that the breakdown was over, and the phone shrink said that vlogging and stuff, writing a blog or doing a podcast, my videos are podcast length, so I mean, sure. I remember that, yeah, I was doing that. I stopped doing it as frequently because I got some comments that made me feel, with my self-esteem, which is already pretty low, get even lower. And yeah, I started doing it once a week. I'm not asking for pity. I'm not asking for anything. Like, just venting a little. Or a lot. This is almost 40 minutes. And counting. They recommended breathing exercise. I've been doing that. I have. I promise that I have. It does help a little bit. I even downloaded an app. The Finch app, not sponsored. Let's make that very clear. Clear. Yeah, I'm teaching amazing English. Of course, I'm not teaching amazing English. I mean, two classes. I think I'm doing a decent job because they're very quiet since they have special needs kids there. So there's always an older teacher there, and so the classes run smoothly. But for the most part, yeah, the classes just run smoothly. Aside from one or two kids misbehaving, but we're talking about children, so of course they're going to misbehave, and I'm not going to be. I mean, they say I'm too lenient, too nice. But then I have to read things like a child is childish. And I'm like, I'm not wrong for treating children like children. I'm not. And I'm not wrong for feeling empathy and for seeing myself in them and wanting to help them and wanting to let them know that some adults do care. They don't really see me as a figure of authority because I don't look old. like the other teachers that I have. I don't look old and I don't dress old. So, yeah. I mean, I could try, but yeah, the dysphoria would really not like that. And that's been kicking in. Yeah. And then there's the thing about the way they speak about the neurodivergent kids. I had the end of that for the Friday, which was yesterday. When they were speaking about these children in that way, I got really triggered and I was regressing and feeling, yeah, that I was right. That, yeah, that I was a lost cause as well. That I was broken. So, what's the point? And I disassociated. I was no longer teaching. I was no longer there. I just, yeah. And then one of the staff members that was at the school, like, they needed 7 to open the school, but only 4 showed up. I think they probably did that on purpose, just to ensure that the teachers could get in. And make it function more or less. And of course they get paid for that. And they don't have to deal with any kids, so I mean, it's probably not that bad for them in that respect. So I regressed, and then this staff member went to the room and called me while I was waiting for this computer to work, and called me, and I was not there. Oh, I was there, but I was not the age that I am. And I was just a scared child. And I just looked back very scared, and I asked, me, what did I do? And they all, the others, the teachers that were there, they took a moment and then laughed and thought it was a joke, and were like to the staff member, like, haha, you sounded too strict. And I just nervous, just standing up and following. I picked up a notebook and a pencil hastily and run and ran. My God. And ran. But it wasn't anything. Like, the thing is that I even mixed up the languages, because the words are similar for administration office and principal's office. And in my head, when she said that, I heard principal, and I was a child again. I don't think I was ever sent to the principal's office. No, I don't think so. I think I spoke to the principal once, but I didn't get in trouble. I never got in trouble, even though I was rowdy and reactive. Unlike this kid whose mum was concerned, and rightfully so. It was nice to see that. And it was touching to see that they immediately took action and wanted to contact the school. Um, and then today, the thing with the kid and the threatening messages, like I responded impulsively and emotionally because I can only imagine. But yeah, receiving threatening messages like that would send any concerned parent into a frenzy. So I responded emotionally, and I was as professional as I could. And I thought that the school's priority would be making sure that the children were safe. But then I called another professor, another teacher in this case, and was told that we're not even supposed to be available on weekends. But I thought, I mean, I already knew that, but I thought that when the situation is serious, we can open an exception, right? And apparently no. And I was told that no, we're not supposed to get involved. They have to take care of that themselves. That's not sorry, that pardon. That's not our duty. That's not our homeroom class, so it's the other student, alleged student or whatever, is not from that class, so we're not supposed to respond. And I don't even remember what the hell she told me to do, because I was just so, like, baffled by the response. That I just, okay, this is weird. Yeah, maybe I'm not cut for this. If the rules are this, then I'm not cut for them because I don't want to follow these rules. I don't. I just don't. Full stop. I don't. Oh, Shrek. I haven't been sleeping. You know, I have to be fueled by rage and an intense need to help and protect these kids and to make them feel like someone understands. the struggle that they don't even understand yet. It's just, I feel like what will fuel me will be the rage and the intense need that have to fix things that I think are unfair and to be on the kids' side. Because I saw the way they reacted when the homeroom teacher that they had last year. We're talking about year 6 children. They were being very rowdy because they didn't know me and I didn't know their names. I was just trying to know them a little bit. And fuck the rules. I will go full Mr. Bean mode. I will follow the rules that I think are fair, and I will break a few. I'll go around some of them. And I will go around some of them. So that I can protect these kids and help them know and feel like they have allies. Like not all adults are jaded bastards who don't even make an effort to understand them. I can barely take care of myself. So I don't want to keep this bloodline going. But if I want to be what I never had. And I want to help them feel like they're not broken, like they're not lost causes, that they don't deserve to be treated poorly, that they don't deserve to be yelled at and not understand why. Because the telling a child that while screaming because I said so is not helpful. It's not that I'm incompetent. It's that I just got here at the chase part of the film. And I'm seeing all this from this perspective. And it's just... it's just unacceptable. It's not. It's not acceptable. No, it's not. And I have a one class of year 5 kids. A lot of them have learning issues. And I mean, that's great because that way I can understand them like they get distracted and stuff, and yeah, I basically got the vibe of who these kids are like, uh, what these kids are like, basically. And I'm not being lenient, I'm being human. I'm being understanding. And I won't give up. For them. Even if I'm just a sub. I won't give up. I will do what I have to do. And hopefully get paid. Because I didn't get paid this month. Yeah. Cool stuff. Right. Incredible stuff. Ow. And with the class of children of like 10-year-olds, I've been, since they don't know me, last class I was just floored because it felt like a lot of them hadn't even been asked what they liked, what to talk about themselves. Because I heard some of them speak to their mates, and the disposition of the desks, that's another issue. They're placed weirdly, and which contributes to chit-chatting and bad behavior, children being children. So since they're just two babies, these are babies, I have been babysitting basically, and I've been taking them sweets, and I tell them, the rowdier ones, that if they behave, I will give them something nice at the end of sweets. Literally like a babysitter would do. It worked. It worked magic. One of the rowdiest kids in the last class was just so, it was coming to me and wanted to help, and that yeah, this would be a more rewarding experience if the administration and the other teachers weren't so not right. you want to enforce rules and stuff when you can't even decide on what's what. Give me a break, please. Yeah. This has been a vent. Maybe we'll get daily vents for as long as I'm there. I don't know. But yeah, caring too much apparently is a problem. Treating children like children apparently is a problem. Being concerned about children's well-being apparently is a problem. and just to finish this, apparently lost track of what I was saying. Apparently what? Yeah, silence. There's a lot in silence, isn't there? Yeah. Apparently you're not supposed to care. But I do care. I do. And nothing will make me not care. Not even these stupid rules that make no goddamn sense. For these kids, I will do it. I will. I will give them a semblance of stability. I will. I will do my best, basically. I think that's what I have to keep telling myself, that I'm doing my best. That I'm doing this for them and for myself too. Because I want to be what I never had. And yeah. Like I said, this is just random. I need to plug my ears. This is already 1 hour long. It's fine. I mean, I don't really care. I'm not saying anything controversial. I'm not naming any names. Like, I think that this might be a thing that pervades a lot of schools. And yeah, I went in knowing full well that the kids just don't care. Because I was a kid. I didn't care. I knew that. But I didn't expect the levels of ableism and lack of care from the teachers and some of the parents. And that's what's been bothering me. Like, it's not... Some of the teachers seem to care. But, yeah, they're not neurodivergent. Or at least not diagnosed. Or at least they're high masking or something. I don't know. But yeah, I don't see any of the other younger teachers being this overwhelmed and enraged by the injustice of the whole thing. So, and after 2 months of zero classes and zero communication between the teachers, between the homeroom teacher and the the parents, the parents, the parents of the children. I think we can open an exception, maybe. Maybe I can frame it like that if I can find the words. Like when I'm in this extremely social situation, it's just overwhelming. In general, like not with the kids, that's fine, but in general, when the real adults are around, um, yeah, this is really incoherent because my mind is scrambled. I will do it. I wanted a job. I got one randomly. Didn't get paid for it yet, but whatever. You know? Whatever. And then the teacher I spoke to was all like, "Oh, you just have to get over that. Oh, just get good, okay. We'll just get good. Problem solved." Pfft, did I not think of that? It's just incredibly frustrating. It is incredibly frustrating. Am I cut for this? I don't know. I think I am. I actually think I am. Because I remember that I had several teachers actually who did care about us. It was a different time, but the teachers were kind. There wasn't any of this. I mean, of course, these are iPad kids, but when I spoke to some of them quietly and kindly and gently, framing everything I was saying positively and empathizing, the behavior switched day to night. Like, that's when I really felt it. You know? That's when I really felt it. These are just misunderstood kids. And the other one saying that we have to do our part. Okay, so I'm seeing that this kid's need need to feel like some people understand, some people want them to feel good about themselves, to have interests, to have things that they like to do. But they just want these stupid ass games that they don't care about. I know they don't care about them. That Why do I know that? Because I didn't care about that. I just feel for them. I Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. My priority are the kids. I'm not going to be frustrated about them not becoming experts. Like, we're talking about year 6 and year 5. We're talking about children. I want them to learn a little bit, just some basic stuff. And that's it. I want them to learn something from me. But the main thing that I want them to get from having this strange creature, me, there, is that not all adults and not everyone in the world is against them. Some people actually care. I don't know. About their well-being. So yeah, for the kids, I will keep pushing forward, and I will take all the bullets. I don't give a shit. Even if I break down at some point, I honestly, I don't care. I don't care. I'm so mad about it that I don't care. 1 week was enough to catch up with this film that I got in at the end. And be frustrated with it. The irony was that the day before I got the email, and then was hired immediately and had to show up the following day and start the day after that. I'd been watching a Chinese film called Better Days, which was precisely about school and bullying and adults not caring. How ironic is that? Yeah. Well, I guess I'll be around. Maybe this will be cathartic, like the showing said. Well, maybe I'll have some positive things to say about this stuff if this works out. If it doesn't work out, then yeah, whatever. The crochet that I've been doing is basically little things that I've been taking to the children. I mean, I did some last weekend. And I did another one today. I can probably get it. Guess what it is? A Minecraft creeper. When I was going around, just to finish this off, when I was going around, I may come just chat about some little anecdotes when I was going around asking them about themselves. We're talking about the Year 5 class. They were very excited when I recognized the anime that they liked, and they actually like some of the things that I also like. And they were very when I said that I knew it and I liked it. So I hope that at least for a bit they will feel like someone actually gets them. I don't know. That's all I want. I mean, more than getting paid, which was the goal initially. After seeing this and being forced to reckon with myself and my own past, I no. I will rage forward. And another show that I like, this children this young likely have never heard of it, but Attack on Titan. I will dedicate my heart. I will. And I'll probably be doing night vlogs or something like this, maybe shorter than this one. This one was an exception. If this shows up on someone's page, I don't even know what the hell they're going to think. Just be nice, I guess. I'm working, okay? This isn't jobless culture, it's the opposite of that. And this was a long vent. I'm sorry. It's not positive. Like, the cold and the weather being the way I like it has been helping too. But I will use my sense of humor and the rage that I feel against the machine to try and keep going until they tell me to leave the administration. I'll keep doing whatever the hell I can. And then I will try to motivate them in the ways that I can. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry to the people who have stuck around and are seeing this long mess. Just to finish this off, since I used to finish my vlogs with a story, I actually, for the Year 5 class, I translated the Turtle Island legend the from the Native American beliefs and mythology. Ignore the noise. Um, I lost track of what I was saying. I lost track of what I was saying. I did. Yeah, I guess I'll be around. Yeah. Maybe I'll do phone vlogs. Yeah, I'll do it for them. I'll do it for them, and I will do it for my family. Yeah. I translated the yes, that's what I was saying. I translated the story of the turtle island. I did it kind of hastily, and I warned the children that maybe there would be mistakes because I translated it myself. And I said that if they found any mistakes, that they should tell me. And I hope that there are mistakes. Because I was reading their file and there is one kid who, I mean, I can imagine what it's like at home, and I feel like he's neurodivergent. He's very well behaved and obeys immediately. And when I was talking to him, I like the teacher was all like, "Oh, we do this to avoid burnout and stuff," and I'm like, I was already burnt out. I didn't say this, but I mean, I explained a bit of the context of the situation, but it's like, oh, you're experiencing burnout. I'm like, I've been like this for the longest time. It's not that I'm experiencing burnout. I have been burnt out for a long time. I'm in the afterburn. I don't know what's in that afterburn, but it's been going somehow. um, and yeah, well, props to the shrink for that suggestion, because I guess this helped a bit. Yeah. You really like my eye mask? Yeah, this is a proper one. Showing up disabled and in bed because it's cold. Yeah. But I guess I'll be trying to do this as a way to cope because I'm lonely. I feel inadequate. I feel like the kids basically. I feel like they someone will yell at me at any time. So that's why I will keep doing this for them. I will. Yeah. But that's it. This is probably the longest one until now. I don't know. But I'm tired. I hope you're well. I'll write this in the description since I forgot at the beginning. I guess I don't even remember that. But yeah. For them. And for my family, of course. For myself too, maybe. We'll see. One thing that, just to really wrap this up. One thing that some friends said that was that most adults are awful to neurodivergent kids, and I'm seeing this firsthand. Like, I already knew that. I just didn't have the confirmation of what exactly they said. Yeah, the ones that aren't neurodivergent, or if they are, they just mask very well. I don't know. I mean, I don't say that they don't care. It's just they don't care in a way that's empathetic, in the sense that they really want to understand. I don't know. Just want to have as much positive impact on these kids as I can. But yeah, that's it. That's all. That's way, 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 way more than enough. And I'll try to be back. I'll try to start doing this daily to cope, I guess. Yeah. Bye bye. I'll try to be back. That's a threat. Bye bye. Stay well.